Deion Sanders puts Colorado on high alert as Houston clash becomes the program's defining moment. A year of pain, pressure, and purpose. 2025 has been anything but ordinary for Deion Sanders. This was supposed to be the year Coach Prime fully reloaded his Colorado Buffaloes program for Big 12 competition, the year where the Shedeur Sanders era gave way to the next great Buffs quarterback, and the year Colorado would finally silence the skeptics who said 2023's early season hype was just a flash in the pan. Instead, the year began with heartbreak. First, Deion had to say goodbye to both of his sons, quarterback Shedeur and safety Shiloh, as they left Boulder to pursue their NFL dreams. For Coach Prime, family has always been the center of his football universe, and losing both anchors of his program in the same offseason left him both proud and hollow. Then came the health scare that rocked the sports world. Sanders was diagnosed with bladder cancer, forcing him to undergo surgery to reconstruct his bladder. Most coaches would have taken a step back, but not Prime. The man who built a Hall of Fame career on defying expectations doubled down. By the time he returned to the sideline for Colorado's opener against Georgia Tech, he was ready to prove he could lead the Buffs to new heights. But life had one more punch to throw. Colorado lost its 2025 season opener 27-20 at home, a deflating performance that saw starting quarterback Kaidon Salter show flashes but never quite seize control of the game. The loss left fans worried that the program might be heading for another frustrating, up-and-down season. Then came Week 2, a 31-7 win over Delaware, a game that was less about revenge and more about rediscovery. Colorado didn't just beat Delaware, they made a statement. And now, with Week 3 approaching, the stakes are higher than ever. Houston on the horizon, more than just a game. This weekend, Colorado travels to Texas to face the Houston Cougars in a game that may ultimately define the Buff season, and perhaps their future. For Sanders, this isn't just about getting back above .500. It's about sending a message. It's about proving that Colorado belongs in the Big 12 conversation. And it's about planting the black and gold flag deep in the heart of Texas. When local reporter Brian Howell posted a clip from Colorado's pregame press conference, fans got a glimpse of just how seriously Sanders is taking this trip. "But it's going to be a good game and I can't wait to get to Houston," Sanders said. "It's a tremendous recruiting ground for us, Texas, period. So we love to go down there and play, and I pray that it's a sellout." The word period wasn't just punctuation. It was Prime laying down a marker. Texas is the most fertile recruiting ground in America, and Sanders knows it. Texas, period. Why this game is bigger than the scoreboard. The state of Texas has always been football royalty. Its high school programs are legendary, its stadiums look like small colleges, and its Friday nights are practically a religion. For Deion, getting a foothold in Texas recruiting isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. The Buffs don't have endless access to five-star talent in their own backyard, so they have to raid talent-rich states to build a contender. Houston, Dallas, Austin, these cities produce some of the most college-ready players in the nation. But recruiting isn't just about selling a logo or a tradition, it's about selling a vision. And that's why this Houston game matters so much. A packed stadium, a competitive game, and a showcase performance can sway the minds of top recruits who are still undecided. Sanders made no secret of the fact that he was still smarting after two major recruiting misses earlier this year. Felix Ojo, a five-star offensive tackle out of Mansfield, Texas, and a Navy All-American Bowl participant, chose Texas Tech over Colorado despite the Buffs' heavy push. KJ Edwards, a four-star running back from Carthage, spurned Boulder to commit to Texas A&M. Losing those battles stung, but landing the next ones might start with making Houston feel like Colorado's second home. The quarterback crisis no one saw coming. But recruiting isn't Sanders' only concern. The biggest storm cloud over Boulder right now isn't on the recruiting trail. It's under center. Heading into the season, all eyes were on the quarterback battle. Shedeur Sanders' departure left a massive hole, and the expectation was that either five-star freshman Julian Juju, Lewis, or Liberty transfer Kaidon Salter would step into the role. Deion went all in financially, shelling out $1.2 million for Lewis' nil deal and $592,000 for Salter, confident that between the two, one would emerge as the future of the program. But then came week 2, and with it, a plot twist nobody expected: Ryan Staub. Ryan Staub's breakout, from third string to QB1? For most of the offseason, Staub was an afterthought, a name buried on the depth chart. But when he entered the Delaware game late in the first half, he electrified Folsom Field. His first drive was a masterpiece, a 75-yard march capped by a 21-yard touchdown strike to DeKalen Taylor. Then, early in the third quarter, he delivered the dagger, a 71-yard bomb to Sincere Brown, Colorado's longest passing play since Shedur's final season. By the time the dust settled, Staub had completed 5 of 8 passes for 157 yards and 2 scores. His poise, timing, and command of the offense left fans buzzing and analysts wondering if they had just witnessed the birth of a new era. R.J. Young wasted no time declaring Staub the man for the job. Put Kydon Salter on the bench. Tell Julian Lewis to take the red shirt. Ryan Staub is 5 of 8 for 157 yards with 2 TDs. That's your guy. That's the guy, Colorado. Former Colorado quarterback and Fox Sports analyst Joel Klatt echoed the sentiment. There are some reports that Deion's going to go with Staub moving forward. I anticipate that he will. And the reason is that it is clear he has forced the coach's hand. You have to provide ample evidence to your coaching staff that you are the best option and you elevate the play of the players around you. Deion's dilemma: millions on the bench. And here lies Deion's great dilemma. Does he stay loyal to the investments he made in Lewis and Salter, hoping one of them grows into the job? Or does he ride the hot hand in Staub, who so far has looked like the only quarterback capable of elevating Colorado's offense to Big 12 levels? The financial side of this is not insignificant. When a program invests nearly $2 million into 2 quarterbacks and sees its third stringer outperform them both, questions will be asked, by fans, by boosters, and by the national media. This decision isn't just about football. It's about program direction, credibility, and optics. Houston, the perfect storm. That's why this Houston game feels like a crossroads moment. Win, and Colorado not only reclaims momentum but gives Staub, or whichever QB Sanders ultimately rolls with, the perfect springboard into Big 12 play. Lose, and the noise will grow deafening. Critics will question the quarterback rotation, the recruiting misses, and even Deion's ability to manage the program under the weight of expectation. The Cougars aren't going to make it easy. They're 2-0 for the first time since 2018, coming off back-to-back wins over SFA and Rice, and they have one of the most hostile home environments in the conference. The stakes couldn't be higher. For Deion Sanders, this game is about far more than one Saturday in September. It's about proving that Colorado can win on the road, in a hostile environment, against a legitimate Big 12 foe. It's about showing recruits that Boulder is where the future is being built. And it's about solidifying a quarterback decision that could define the rest of the season. This is the moment where narrative meets reality. Final word: the future is on the line. Deion Sanders has been through too much in 2025 to let this moment slip away. He's rebuilt his body, rebuilt his team, and now he has to rebuild Colorado's reputation as a contender. Saturday's game against Houston isn't just a measuring stick. It's a launch pad. A win would silence doubters, energize recruiting, and give Ryan Staub the chance to seize the QB1 job for good. A loss? That would open the door to weeks of second-guessing, media firestorms, and questions about whether Coach Prime's vision is still on track. One thing is certain. Come September 12th, all eyes will be on Houston. And whether it's Staub, Salter, or Lewis taking the first snap, Colorado's future might just hinge on what happens next.